Check 1 2. Check 1 2 3.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Salvatore J. Argieri Field here in Westerly, Rhode Island.
Sal Argieri Field, bringing you the men's varsity soccer match versus Cranston Thunderbolts. This will be the opening game for both teams. We were here last night as the women Bulldogs opened their soccer season with a convincing 10-1 victory versus Johnston. The men's team here in their opener, hoping to do something similar.
Bulldogs
sport a young team this season. They finished 6-5-1 last year, and their season ended losing to the eventual state champion East Greenwich. So they have a large cast returning and only 2 seniors. So, like I said, they're young, and the coach's goal is to grab a playoff spot, and he said that that would be a very successful season. So we'll see how they can open things up here. Tomorrow we have men's volleyball, their opening match right here at home. And then Friday, men's varsity football opens up their season versus rival Charahoe. Yes, we will be there for all of your sporting events. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer-owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa upstairs behind the lens. Together we are Westerly.live. We bring you all Westerly sports live home all the time. Players are being announced out onto the field as we speak, and we'll be standing for the national anthem.
Number 6, senior Ryan Scanapiaco.
Bulldogs are being announced in as we speak. They've already met with the referees regarding rules. Captains have met. We will start momentarily here. So their season starts tonight. Their second game will be Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. versus rival Stonington. That will be a non-league game, so they'd like to get off to a fast start.
Junior Matt Marone.
They have a lot of players new to varsity. Junior Jacob Aruda will be a junior. He's new to varsity. Matt Marone, Michael Ritaco, Jonathan Torano, who is the goalie. Sophomores Andrew Almani has moved up. Liam Cole, Robbie Wade, and freshman Michael Kennedy will be the backup goalie.
Camden Kelly.
From all reports, Westerly has speed and athleticism, and they will be leaning on that heavily this season.
Sophomore Brady Smith.
Last season's semifinal performance was the first time they had made it that far since 2014. Of course, I'm getting this from their preview of the season.
Please stand and remove your hats.
And we will now stand for the playing of our national anthem. Home Bulldog sporting events throughout the entire season thankfully, we hopefully will have an entire normal season. It's been a while for these guys, so there is rust to be knocked off, I'm sure. I said the same thing sitting in the same place last night, and the women didn't display very much rust at all. So we'll see how this goes. Cranston East is going to open up with things. It looks like the weather is going to hold off for the men on the field here tonight. Just waiting on the whistle. And here we go. Cranston East, number 4, playing it in their zone, still on this side of the field. Good Bulldog defense. Matt Marone on the defense on the near side. With number 3, Tyler Rafferty. Across the field, nice pass, good vision. It's number 16, Robbie Wade, intended man on that pass. Got possession down the far sideline. Bulldogs fighting for it. Cranston able to get it ahead. Not what the Bulldogs want to see. They're going to have a shot. And it's going to be a beauty, and that's going to be the first goal of the game, and it didn't take long. The one-timer from number 4 to number 7 of Cranston East. And the Bulldogs quickly fall behind 1-0. Not the way they ideally wanted to start. Bright side being they have plenty of time to recover. Rust to be knocked off, as I spoke of earlier. And looking at this Cranston East team, now that I finally am glancing at this, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seniors versus 2. So they're a more experienced squad for sure. So let's see how the Bulldogs can hang in there. And they kick it back to the defense. On the far side. Dribbling unopposed. Taco kicks it upfield. However, the Cranston East steps in front. Still down the far sideline. Bulldogs trying to clear it. Cranston East playing very aggressively. 2 men on the ball immediately. And they still have it in the Bulldog zone. And the Bulldogs had a chance there. Number 4 wasn't having it for Cranston East. And they set up back in the zone. Free kick up towards the middle. Number 3 for the Bulldogs, Tyler Rafferty, gets in the way. A little bit of contact. That was number 32, Brady Smith for the Bulldogs across the field. And number 4, active for Cranston East. He's all over the field at the moment. Number 7 with the goal. And he's going to put another shot. Ooh, on goal. That went off number 3. And it's up. Joe Flood for the Bulldogs trying to gain control, but able to be cleared by Cranston East. The Bulldogs goalie Toronto with possession, throws it in to the far side. Tommy Serluca receives the throw, still up the far sideline. Cranston East steps in, takes possession in the Bulldog zone. So far they've made a living there. It's only 3 minutes into the game, and as I say that, Bulldogs step up with a steal. And Cranston gets it right back. Not a lot of lanes they're providing. And the Bulldogs will clear it and get to the other side of the field. It's a race to the ball. That's Joe Flood, who centers it. Brady Smith tries to get ahead of everybody, and it is cleared out of bounds by number 11 of the Thunderbolts. So the Thunderbolts have definitely been pressing offensively early on here. Bulldogs don't have a shot on goal yet. We are extremely early. Slide tackle of beauty by Cranston East. Takes possession on it. And number 7, forward header. At midfield, a little chip pass. Kicks it forward. And number 15 for the Bulldogs, Dom Lombard, steps in front. Tries to get it into Cranston area. And they do. A nice pass up front. That's going to be number 10 with a breakaway. First chance for the Bulldogs, Joe Flood. And the speed of Cranston East. Beautiful job. They had done a great job, Cranston East, recovering. Put 2 defenders in front of him, and he split them both. Joe Flood to tie the game for the Bulldogs. Now, that was some impressive soccer right there, folks. Impressive ball handling, impressive dribbling, I should say, splitting 2 defenders, ties things up, and erases the slow start. That's an impressive recovery by a young Bulldog squad early in the season. Couldn't have done a better job. Now Cranston with possession. Now Cranston has appeared to be very crisp throughout this game, I might add. They have an aggressive offense and they pass with precision thus far. There's a whistle after a beautiful back pass by number 7 for Cranston East. And Cranston East is live. And number 7 isn't afraid to put it on the goal. It is deflected by the Bulldog defender. Number 4 in the corner. Great defense by the Bulldogs. That's Tyler Rafferty in the corner. Cranston's going to maintain possession on the Bulldogs' end, where they've made a living thus far. I say that, and we're in a tie game, so the Bulldogs done a great job defensively. And number 18 tries to center it. Bulldogs step in front, and again, Joe Flood with possession. Fighting on the near sideline, gets it ahead. That's number 9, Matt Marone, and a whistle. And it's going to go in the Bulldogs' favor. Rafferty will take it from out of bounds. So a senior-laden Cranston East squad displaying a lot of different threats on the field, and the Bulldogs doing a great job. That is picked off immediately by number 7. I would say he's been their most active offensive player. Seems to want to put it on goal from anywhere on the field. And we are in the Cranston East half. However, they're going to change that momentarily here. Number 4. Great job by Joe Flood. He goes to the ground. A little contact to the face, it looked like. No whistle. Onward and upward. Header to the far side. Number 16, Robbie Wade. And Cranston jumps in front of it. But no, number 6 for the Bulldogs, Ryan Skinepico. Back kick. And Cranston double team on. He's battling in there. However, there's just too many Thunderbolts in the way. They play aggressive and they swarm. Bulldogs step in near midfield. Number 18 for Cranston East gets it over the middle. Number 7 chips it forward. We have a Bulldog defender was the first one to it. Nice job. That was Liam Cody. So the Bulldogs have done a pretty good job of neutralizing the Thunderbolt attack since the first 30 seconds. Putting on a little bit of pressure themselves. And Cranston has it in the zone, and that's going to go up and over. So the Bulldogs goalie will take it with the free kick. We are 8 minutes into this one. We have a tie game, 1-1, folks. And Rafferty mistimes the header a little bit, giving number 4 an opportunity here. Wanted to chip it over to number 7, didn't really continue down the field. A little miscommunication. Bulldogs need to clear and try to, but can't. Number 6 steps in the way. Forward, good contact by the Bulldogs defense. Not afraid to play physical. Number 18 of Cranston East with possession right now, looking to get inside. Rafferty not having any part of that. He's on the baseline. Nice pass to the middle. That was a beautiful pass by number 18. Great job of defending it and scooping it up by the Bulldog goalie, Toronto, who throws it to the far side. Gets his man. Pass towards the middle. That's Tom O'Keefe of the Bulldogs. And Cranston will put it out of bounds. It will be the Bulldogs' ball on the Cranston half of the field. We have a tie game. And the throw-in eventually settles to number 18 on Cranston. Number 7 heads it ahead. A beautiful pass to number 4 on the near side, directing his teammates to the middle Another precision pass. Oh, would have had it if he wasn't offsides. There's a whistle. Great passing by Cranston East. Number 7 a little ahead of himself, and the Bulldogs will take possession. 10 minutes already gone in this one, 1-1, folks. Number 8 for the Bulldogs. Pass is intercepted on the far side. Ooh, contact between number 8 of the Thunderbolts. And it is cleared out to the Cranston East side of the field. And a nice job of the Bulldog defense. Brady Smith stepping in front. Number 6 with possession, kicks back. O'Keefe for the Bulldogs to the far side. Mike Furtaco with possession forward. And that's going to go out of bounds on the Bulldogs, and Cranston East will take over in the far side of the field. Throw in. A little scrum on the far side. Number 18 with possession. A big boy shields himself well, shields the ball well with his body. And it's a chip forward off of Rafferty. Number 7 of Cranston East gets too much of it. The Bulldog goalie scoops it up. And he rolls it out to Rafferty on the near side. Passes inside. That's to Liam Cody. Directing his men. Chip to the far side. Mike Rotacco on the receiving end. Immediately tries to put it up, and it goes out of bounds again. And Cranston East will take over. Having a tough time getting towards the goal again. Playing good defense. The ball lies at midfield right now. Number 32 Smith for the Bulldogs. Nice ball handling skills. However, number 9 for Cranston East steps in and takes possession. Scoots past Rafferty, who was able to turn around and almost recover number 7 with possession. Makes a maneuver up in front of the goal. A little too much over the Bulldog goalie. Had a Thunderbolt in the area. Too much leg underneath the pass. 12 minutes in, 1-1 score here. Again, we are live at Salvador Jerry Field, the season opener for Bulldogs Varsity Soccer. Cranston East Thunderbolts visiting squad, their season opener as well. Last night, the women's Varsity Soccer had their season opener with a convincing 10-1 victory over Johnston. And the Bulldogs will next be in action Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. versus rival Stonington in a non-league battle. Up on the near side, we have Marone with the ball, showing off his foot skills, doing a great job. 3 Thunderbolts in the area. Chipped forward to number 12, that's Jack McGovern. And beautiful pass ahead. But before a Bulldog could scoop it up, number 11 of Cranston East steps in. There on the far corner of the field with possession again. And stepped out of bounds. The Bulldogs will take possession on the Cranston side. And again, Cranston will step in the way. We have a man down. We have a whistle. That is going to go against the Bulldogs. A little too much contact. So the Bulldogs are doing a good job here thus far. Header on the free kick out of bounds. And Cranston East will throw in again a little closer to midfield. Substitution for Cranston East, number 4 stepping out. And that is a welcome break for the Bulldogs because he has been extremely active. And the Bulldogs' header goes out of bounds. Cranston will move a little further up. And now they are over midfield throwing in. Inching their way forward here. The throw in. Bulldogs get first piece. Fighting for possession on the far side. Chip towards the middle. And in front of that one is Tom O'Keefe. Number 8 steps in for the steal. Big stop by Liam Cody, number 7, sitting behind with nobody to help. O'Keefe tries to clear it. Slug's got a chance here. And it's going to be lower left side. Goalie handles it. He's a little too far away to cross the goal. Bulldogs' first shot on goal in a while, though. Hopefully provides a little bit of a spark here. That woke the crowd up. Nice pass forward. Bulldogs step in. Number 4 back on the field. That break lasted very minimal spins inside. And it is a turnover. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Out of bounds it goes. Bulldogs take possession. No, they do not. Tried to buy the call a little bit there. And Cranston will take over. Throw in. Will be on the far side. Directly in front. Chip back. Tries to clear it towards the middle. Bulldogs O'Keefe in the way. And it's ahead. Joe Flood, the only Bulldog in the area. A couple Thunderbolts. Bulldogs need to get a couple more players up forward there to help out Flood when they have the ball in the zone. Number 18 of Cranston East settles. Pass up the sideline. Bulldogs step in. Great job by Rafferty. Been extremely active on defense, having a great game. And that goes back to O'Keefe. Centers it to the far side. And a Thunderbolt steps in. Hard clear to the goalie. And he will race out and scoop it up. 24 minutes left in the first half here, folks. 1-1 score. Matt Marone in the area. And Joe Flood with a race, chance at the ball. Cranston East will get there first. He seems to be the only one getting near the box on the other side. Even if the Bulldogs could get one more player, one more forward up there to give them the threat to pass. Meanwhile, Cranston is working their way down the field. Number 15 for the Bulldogs, Don Lombard, having a day on defense. Says otherwise, the Bulldogs goalie scoops up and throws fast. Down the near side. That's going to be Matt Marone. However, Cranston East steps in, out of bounds, and they will take possession. Couple substitutions. And the throw in. O'Keefe steps in front with the header. Cranston East able to clear anyway to the far side. Up ahead to number 2. Showing off a little footwork on the far side. Tries to get to the middle. Does get it over the Bulldogs' initial defender. And it is going out of bounds. Cranston East throw in from the corner. Headed towards the goalie, who will scoop it up. Innocent lob type shot. And the kick. And that's going to go directly out of bounds. A little bit of rust we were referring to. Cranston East takes over. Time of possession heavily in the favor of the Thunderbolts. Bulldogs doing a great job because the scoreboard is all that matters. And it reads 1-1. Statistically, broken down, I think it would be a little different. They are playing extremely aggressive defense. Offensively, Joe Flood's been pretty much the sole provider of offense for the Bulldogs thus far. They need to try to get a couple forwards up there with him. So Cranston will kick it from the Bulldogs' end, chips it forward, and a little too much under it, across the goal. It will be kept in bounds. No, it will not. Out of bounds on Cranston. The Bulldogs will take possession. Behind the goal. Seems as though a little fatigue may be setting in a little early here. Haven't played in over a year. Far side and out of bounds. Bulldogs possession. See if they can get some kind of offense together here. Down the sideline. Flood attempted to head it. And stepping in front is O'Keefe. Beautiful steal. Too many Thunderbolts around, though. That's been the story thus far. And the Bulldogs now chasing. Number 7. He's put the ball on goal a few times here today, all early, though. And that's going to be a tripping call, and the Bulldogs will take over. Unintentional, of course. Good sportsmanship as he helps the Bulldog up. That's what we like to see. On the far side. Now in the middle with O'Keefe. Again, double teamed at the ball, and Cranston East will come away with it. And pass to the near side. Matt Marone steps in with the steal. Rafferty chips it forward. Brought right back to a Cranston player. Not sure where he was going with that. Bulldogs number 2, Liam Cody, steps in. Bulldogs doing a good job covering the passing lanes. Cranston, however, keeping it in the Bulldogs' end. And it's going to go out of bounds. Behind the Bulldogs' goal. It's going to be Bulldog possession. Halfway through the first half, 1-1. Early flurry of shots on goal, and that has slowed down drastically, which is pretty much a testament to both defenses. Cranston East definitely swarms, 2 players on the ball nearly immediately, and the Bulldogs doing a great job of stepping in front of the passing lanes. Directions being given on the field, the whistle, and the kick to the near side. That's going to be Marone on the receiving end, who passes it forward, chip back, and out of bounds. Pass was a little off the mark, giving Cranston possession. And number 13 off his chest maintains, centers it, nobody there. Brady Smith takes over for the Bulldogs, puts it up towards the middle. Does a good job of clearing it. O'Keefe with possession. And back to Marone. And unfortunately, it goes directly out of bounds. A few unforced errors here lately. Cranston East will take over. The Bulldog defense has to be getting tired. And that'll go out of bounds on Cranston. But they have been on the defense pretty much this entire game, first game over a year. And Cranston has them running. Time of possession extremely lopsided. And the kick to the center. Smith looking for it. A little late. Number 8 pops it up. Little contact. Good job by the Bulldogs. And again, it's Joe Flood on the far side. If he can beat one man. And unfortunately, the Thunderbolts are able to step in and break the break. See if the Bulldogs can set up something here on the Cranston side. It's been a long time since they've tried beautiful slide tackle. Second of the day by the Thunderbolts for the turnover. Bulldogs defense able to clear. Number 4, very physical player for the Thunderbolts versus O'Keefe for the Bulldogs. Sends it to the Cranston side. 2 Thunderbolts waiting. A little back and forth passing, accurate passing by the Thunderbolts. Put it forward and a nice defense by the Bulldogs. That's Liam Cody who puts a foot in front of it. Smith chips it to the far side. That's Tyler Rafferty over there. And up the sideline, a Thunderbolt steps in, knocks it out of bounds. Bulldogs possession. So the Bulldogs been aggressive all day long. There's no questioning that. The throw in. And big hit on the far side. That's going to go against Cranston East. But the Bulldog recipient pops up. That's what we like to see. And the Bulldogs will take possession on the Cranston East end. players are setting up for what could be a big opportunity for the Bulldogs to break the tie here. It's the most players they've had in the zone all day for sure. Flood for the Bulldogs has put on the majority of the offensive pressure for Westerly thus far tonight. And the kick gets up towards the middle. Bulldogs get ahead on it. And it is cleared out of bounds by Cranston. Westerly will take over, thrown in by Joe Flood. Turns, finds his spot. Smith takes it over to the far side. Chip forward, Cranston steps in. Story of the day. They cover lanes very well as well. And another nice slide steal by the Thunderbolts. Pass up to the near side. Cranston keeps it in bounds. And Marone does his best to clear it. Number 4 for Cranston with it. That's dangerous. He goes to the ground. Whistle blows. He's up, and Cranston is in a good offensive position here. Thus far, they've displayed accuracy with their passing. Bulldogs defense done a great job of covering the lanes. Number 4 puts it on the goal. To the low left side, Bulldog goalie Toronto already scoops it up. Doing a great job on his side. Rolls it to the far side. And tries to go a long way up, and that's going to go out of bounds. Cranston East will take over. So if you're just viewing, we are Westerly Live. We are live here at Sal Algieri Field. Opening game, men's varsity soccer here. Bulldogs tied 1-1 with Cranston East. Last night, the women Bulldogs opened up the season in convincing fashion with a 10-1 victory right here. Tomorrow we will be inside the gymnasium for some men's volleyball action. And Friday, right back on this field for some football. The action will not stop until the sports do. We will bring them live to you. Cranston puts on a little pressure, gets too much of it, and puts it over the goal. %of this game has been played on the Westerly side of the field. Toronto kick. Far side, and a couple Thunderbolts in the area. Number 18 with possession. Again, uses his body well to shield, boxes out like a basketball player. And number 18 has it, chips it forward. Always looking for number 4 near the goal. Great footwork, great speed. Good job by the Bulldogs. Rafferty sticks a foot in front of it. The throw in by Cranston. Again, number 18, the chip right back. And again, that's Rafferty steps in the way. Nothing easy, that's for sure. And too much foot by the Thunderbolts. Bulldogs avoid any further pressure. Throw in. And Toronto is going to use his foot to get this active. And he chips it over to the near side. That's Marone, the recipient. Up the sidelines. Pass, flood, a little push on Cranston, and the whistle is blown. And that was rightfully blown. Bulldogs will take over. Threatening. With possession anyway, for the first time in a while. Liam Cody. Set to kick for the Bulldogs. Cross the field. Off the head of a Bulldog, but in the lane comes a Cranston East player. It's number 7, who just checked back in the ball game. Nice back pass to number 11. Going to try to center it. Good job by the Bulldogs. Staying with them, showing the speed that the coach was talking about in the preseason for sure. And a beautiful job by Marone on the near side. And that's ahead to Flood. Beautiful pass. Little contact. Both players go down. No whistle. And a Thunderbolt comes away with it. Both of these teams going at it. Very physical game. Bulldogs putting pressure on in Cranston territory for the first time in a while here. Livening up the crowd a little bit. And number 15 of the Bulldogs. Intercepts pass down Lombard. Up ahead on the far side, slide tackle of beauty. Number 4 of the day for Cranston. Bulldogs haven't had any yet. Difficult maneuver. Cranston is a very fundamental team. You can tell by their passing, by their defense. However, the Bulldogs just scrappy, speed, and that never quit attitude. Exactly what the coach was referring to in the preseason. Hoping for from his squad. As they battle for possession just to get across midfield. There's a lot of effort. And again, number 18 steps in the way. Works his way forward. Cody for the Bulldogs steps in. To Marone. Lombard, the intended recipient. Marone will pass him. Whistle will blow. Offside is the call. Cranston East takes over. Mental mistake by the Bulldogs. Couple substitutions. And there's 9 minutes remaining here in the first half of action, folks. 1-1 tie. Can't get a better game than this. There has been action. There's been contact. A myriad of shots on goal. And Westerly's speed has definitely kept them in this one. Number 15 all over the place for the Bulldogs, Don Lombard, as the Thunderbolts can get forward. Number 4 gets beat to the ball. Number 18 will throw in for Cranston. Correction, the Bulldogs will take over. And that's Rafferty who will throw in on the near side. We have another whistle. Further instructions. Backing him up a little bit, the throw. And that's Joe Flood. Centers it to O'Keefe. To the far side. Nice passing by the Bulldogs. And that is pushed upfield. Unfortunately, that goes out of bounds, and Cranston East will take over. From in front of their own bench. They work it forward. There's 4 defenders for the Bulldogs in the area. And Lombard for the Bulldogs will take it. Having a great game defensively. Number 18 for Cranston. Rafferty clears it ahead to Flood, who keeps it alive. That's Joe Flood with it. A breakaway. We're going to have a shot on goal, folks. And it's just wide. Put it right where he needed to, just a foot wide. The assist, Robbie Wade, put it right where he needed for the breakaway. Just wide. The Bulldogs may not be putting as many on goal, but when they do, they're effective, which is keeping them aggressive. Slide tackle attempt by the Bulldogs does turn into a turnover. Flood fighting for possession. Cranston East clears it out of bounds. Bulldogs will take it. Momentum on the Bulldogs side here. Rafferty throws in. And Joe Flood tries to take over. 16 for the Bulldogs. Wade. And at midfield, number 7 centers it to number 18. Works his way up, and that's going to be an offside called on Cranston. Number 2 for the Bulldogs, Cody, will start with it. See if the Bulldogs can't steal the lead in the last 6 minutes here of the half. An even half overall. Disregarding time of possession, I guess. A little arm holding there. Ball is ahead. Matter of speed and a nice clear by Cranston. Quick throw in by the Bulldogs on the far side. Wade for the Bulldogs. And that's Rafferty, chips it forward. And that's going to go out of bounds. Off of the Thunderbolts. Bulldogs in the zone threatening. This would be huge. After all the time of possession and all the shots for Cranston, they could steal the lead here. Centered and out of bounds off the Thunderbolts. Bulldogs will maintain possession in the danger zone here. All it takes is one good pass. And we're going to see our first corner kick of the game from the Bulldogs. From either team. For the Bulldogs here, however. And it is centered a little too much on it. And Cranston able to get a foot on it. Back in near midfield. Bertaco attempts to clear it. However, Thunderbolt is there. Back in Bulldog territory. Cody, with possession, gets it stolen, number 20. However, his resilience goes right back at it. And Cody able to clear it all the way across the field to the ground. That's going to be a push on the Bulldogs. And Cranston East will take over. Frustration penalty there. And the kick forward, a beauty at number 7. Isn't afraid to put it on the goal, but the Bulldogs defense has definitely slowed him down since the early barrage he put on. And referee waving in a substitute for Cranston and Westerly. The clock is running under 4 minutes, folks. 1-1 score. Cranston will throw in. Number 18 using his body to protect the ball. Does a great job working his way in. And good defense by the Bulldogs. Out of bounds on number 18 for Cranston. So the Bulldogs will throw in quick. That's O'Keefe. It's on his feet, trying to get it up the field. Joe Flood chips it forward. Cranston East able to step in the way. Again, the number 18 chips it ahead. And there's a Bulldog waiting. And that's going to go out of bounds, wide of the goal. Toronto will take it. We are under 3 minutes. This game could come down to who has legs the longest, which team gets tired the fastest. Great aggressive play on the far side, but Cranston does come out of it again. Number 18 for the Thunderbolts centers it. Number 4 has it. He's going to put a shot on. 2 Bulldogs. Great job smothering him. That's great defense. Rafferty clears it. Able to be kept in bounds by the Thunderbolts. Attempt to center it. Weed puts a stop to that. And again, there's an answer. Joe Flood with a chance here at midfield. There's a possible hold. No whistle, and looks like Cranston is going to take over. Cranston will throw in. Frustration setting in a little bit, as is fatigue. Rafferty nearly gets an elbow on it. We are in extra time, folks, and we do not have an exact amount on the whistle. This half will end. The score, Bulldogs 1, Thunderbolts 1 at the moment. And that's going to do it for the first half of play. And we have a tie game here. Oh, no, it's not. Correction. Bulldogs will take over. Tripping call. Again, we don't have access to added time. And Rafferty will kick it across midfield, and it goes out of bounds Flood, the intended man. The Bulldogs' main offensive threat of the day, clearly number 10, Joe Flood. Their sole goal. Rafferty throws in. Bulldogs trying to work quickly. Number 27 for the Bulldogs, Jabuta Aruda. His first action, chips it to the far side, and cleared out of bounds by Cranston. Westerly throws in. A lot of defenders in the way for Cranston. He's going to go out of bounds towards midfield. Bulldogs will maintain possession. And Cranston able to take over. That will conclude the first half of action from Salwa Jerry Field, folks. Great game we have. Great opening game. Bulldogs versus Cranston East. Westerly won. Cranston won. Cranston came right off the bus, scoring immediately 30 seconds into this one. The Bulldogs' young squad answered. Cranston came to town with 6 seniors versus the Bulldogs' 2. So the Bulldogs, a young squad, has kept in it with speed and resilience. Not afraid to be physical either. So we'll see what adjustments are made at half by both teams. Again, I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. Up above, we have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, and our season is just beginning. We are going 100 miles an hour through Westerly sports all year long, winter, fall, and spring. All week long. Tomorrow, men's volleyball, and Friday, men's football. We will be right back with the second half of action, folks. Welcome back, folks, here at Sal Jerry Field. Men's varsity soccer action. Action-packed first half. We are tied at 1. Cranston East Thunderbolts struck first, seconds into the first half. However, the young Bulldogs maintained their resilience, speed, and defense to prevent Cranston from reaching the back of the net again. However, time of possession has definitely been in the favor of the Thunderbolts. The Bulldogs hope to have made a few adjustments, I'm imagining. The majority of the game definitely on the Westerly side of the field. However, their defense has held strong, as the score is evident of. So the Bulldogs will be working towards our right. And number 8 heads it forward for the Thunderbolts. If you can get it to the middle, they'll have a shot. Oh, a little too much contact as he plows over a Bulldog. No penalty called. The officials letting him play. No complaints on the field. There's a whistle there, though. And that is going to go against the Thunderbolts. So the coach mentioned their strengths are going to be speed and youth, and they have it. They've been using it all night. They've been playing great defense, very physical. Senior-laden Cranston East squad has to be frustrated. They haven't reached the back of the net since 30 seconds into this one. Number 7 in possession, kicks it forward. He was the lone goal for the Thunderbolts, as Joe Flood has the lone goal for the Bulldogs. Toronto's done an excellent job in goal for the Bulldogs. And they throw it in with a big clear. That's Brady Smith. And it's going to go out of bounds. And the throw in for Cranston East. Cleared into the Westerly end. 2 Westerly defenders able to reel it in. And up the sideline they go. Number 11 for Cranston East steps in the way. Number 7 has put a few shots on goal himself today. Sends it back to number 18. Doing a great job of letting the offense get set for the Thunderbolts, number 18. Slows things down, very good with possession. Uses his size to his advantage. Thunderbolts again holding the possession advantage early in this half. And number 8 inside the zone. Nice pass towards the middle. And it gets by everybody. A Bulldog able to clear it, and they kick it out of bounds. Cleared out by Rafferty. Number 4, as you've heard often tonight, for the Thunderbolts, will take it from the corner. Thunderbolts have displayed good passing. No one more so than number 4 in the corner over there. And it's up. Clears the goal, a little too much on it. And the Bulldogs able to clear it out of bounds now on the near side. So the corner kick, a little too much air under it for the Thunderbolts. And it gets thrown in. Number 7 tries to put a blind shot on goal. Number 18 in the way. Benefit of the Bulldogs there. And they try to get it into the middle. Nice chip by number 4 to keep it alive. Great effort by the Bulldogs. Liam Cody, nice job stepping in. Again, a beautiful pass and almost a necessary trip by the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, number 4 is going to have a shot here. That's just a great pass, setting up one of their better offensive players. Penalty shot for Cranston East to score tied. Number 7 for Cranston with their lone goal, looking for his second and to break the tie. The whistle. And the kick, low right, fools the goalie, and Cranston breaks the tie. The attempted slide tackle turned into a trip and proved very damaging for the Bulldogs. As the score now, Cranston East Thunderbolts 2, Bulldogs 1. Cranston coming out of the half as they came out of the first half on fire, scoring early, putting pressure on early. The Bulldogs did not drop their head in the first half. Can't afford to do it here in the second half. Again, first live action in a long time. Fatigue will set in, rust, everything. Neither team's displayed all that much of it. Dangerous spot here as number 7, the Steel, chips it forward just a little bit too much for himself. Bulldogs trying to create some kind of pressure on the Cranston East half of the field, unable to do so. So number 7 for the Thunderbolts with a pair of goals. Flood with the lone Bulldog goal. It's been a little while since they've had a shot on goal. And Smith clears it. Number 11 for the Thunderbolts in the way. And there's a whistle. Awaiting the call. I think it's going to go against Cranston. Waiting on the official whistle here as he is explaining the situation, number 7. And we are back live. Bulldogs setting things up, backing it up defensively, getting in a little bit of trouble here though. The speed for Cranston East, good clear by Toronto for the Bulldogs. However, they're really just getting it out of bounds and starting the same cycle here. And a header on the far side. Bulldogs waiting for the ball to come down as the Thunderbolts are getting it while it's in the air. They're attacking the soccer ball. Bulldogs look a little bit slower this half. The throw in. Cranston takes over. Up the field, number 7. Up towards the middle. 2 Bulldog defenders in the way. And up the sideline, steps right in front of number 8 for the Thunderbolts. Pass to the middle. Number 8 with it again. Putting the pressure on the Bulldog defense here. Number 18 to the corner. Number 4 in possession. Dangerous. Back to number 18. Centers it. And a Bulldog break. That was Liam Cody gets a foot on it. Number 7. The roundhouse out of bounds behind the goal. Bulldogs will take over. Trailing 2-1 here. And the Bulldogs looking for any kind of offense on the Cranston East side. Eventually this will catch up with them. And number 7 with the chip-in goal. That was a beautiful pass from a good distance. And his 3rd goal of the day. And I was just saying eventually this would catch up with them. You can't play the entirety of the game on your own side. Fatigue sets in. It is a factor. Constant pressure by the Thunderbolts. 7 minutes into the second half. They have scored twice and now lead 3-1 over the Bulldogs. 32.5 minutes to go in this one. The Bulldogs are going to have to come up with some energy and some kind of an offensive scheme here. Again, we got to give them a break. They are young, and it's been a while. Their next time in action is going to be Saturday night on the road versus the Stonington Bears in a non-league matchup. And the Bulldogs racing down the far side. That's Marone. Puts it up ahead. Unfortunately, there's no Bulldog waiting. And doesn't go out of bounds. Settles just before the line. And stepping in front. Bulldogs trying to threaten here. Marone slipped a little bit on the shot. hopefully holding his knee a little bit. Cranston will take over. So almost a threat there by the Bulldogs, who do need a little bit of a spark here. And Cranston from their own end, a big clearing kick towards midfield. Number 7 trying to get a little bit too fancy. Thunderbolts will take over from the far side. And the throw-in. Number 18 headed forward, number 7. Great foot skills. And that's going to get chipped back to number 3 for the Thunderbolts. Great steal by the Bulldogs. That's Tom O'Keefe with the steal. Not much room to go anywhere with it. Dribbling. And eventually, whistle blown as he was tripped. Bulldogs will maintain possession. And it's going to be number 8 for the Bulldogs, Mike Rataco. Oh, correction, number 15 steps in. To the near side, they center it. O'Keefe looking for the middle. Smith to the far side. Rafferty. Bulldogs, little foot skills, open it up, kick on goal, right at the Cranston East goalie. From a pretty good distance away. And the goalie's free kick, high, short on distance. Beautiful header by number 18, clears midfield. Bulldogs clear it back. And Cranston trying to do the same. It will stay in bounds. O'Keefe busy at the moment. Clears it to the far side. And Bulldogs with possession on the near side. Cranston steps in. Takes possession. Number 8 to the middle. A couple Bulldogs. And Liam Cody gets his head in the way, but another Thunderbolt steps in the lane. Number 7 with all 3 goals in possession. Now number 18. And back as Cranston East is allowing their offense to set up. They're not in any emergency status at the moment. Up by 2. A tiring Bulldog team because of the constant pressure. Great job in the box by the Bulldogs there. Can't seem to get a run with a couple players on the other side. O'Keefe kicks it back. And it's going to go out of bounds. Number 8 for the Thunderbolt steps in. So the Bulldogs will throw in. Robbie Wade on the defense. Number 15 for Cranston East. Smith steps in front. Beautiful defense for the steal. Trying to lead a Bulldog down the field here, get in front of it. Unable to do so yet this half. Throw in from the far side. And right there, tried to get a lob over the Bulldog's head, and it goes out of bounds innocently. A few unforced errors. Passes not exactly where you need them. Cranston East will take over, throwing in from the far side. If you're just joining us, just over 27 minutes to go here at Salvador Jerry Field. Men's varsity Bulldog action trailing 3-1 to the Cranston East Thunderbolts. First action of the year in over a year. So a young Bulldog squad knocking off some rust. Cranston, a senior-laden Cranston team, has scored 2 second half goals to create a little separation. Constant pressure on the Bulldogs. Time of possession has been a huge factor as the Bulldogs begin to tire. This half, well, 80% has been played on the Bulldogs' defensive side. And again, that's where they find themselves. Number 7 chips it forward. Just too far for number 18. Number 7 for the Thunderbolts. Accounts for all of their scoring. Number 10, Flood for the Bulldogs with the lone goal. Robbie Wade with possession. Unfortunately, loses it out of bounds. Cranston takes over. Number 18 on the ground in the middle. Number 7 has shown what he can do offensively. Back to number 18. As Cranston setting up a slower style offense. The clock is now their friend. But they will still attack. That's quite obvious. Bulldogs swarming defense. And Cranston still with possession. No quitting this Bulldog team as they set up and clear. Another Thunderbolt in the way, however. Seems like they can't find the open spot. On the near side, Thunderbolt possession. To the sideline, tries to save it, unable to do so out of bounds. And Westerly will take possession on the throw-in from their own side. They've made a living there this half thus far, unfortunately. Seeing if they can change sides of the field. Is going to be to Lombard, who tries to clear it. Unable to do so. And again, the Bulldogs. Rafferty on the far side. And I believe he stepped out of bounds. So Cranston will throw in. Correction, Wesley will throw in. Number 12 for the Bulldogs with the unforced error. Off his knee and out of bounds. And now Cranston will take over. Good defense by Smith for the Bulldogs trying to start the run. Always seems to be a Cranston East player in the way. Smith dribbling it upfield. Nice pass, tries to split it. Again, a Cranston East player steps in just at the last moment. O'Keefe on the near side. Bulldogs challenging. Flood with possession. Back to O'Keefe, steps in. A Thunderbolt out of bounds. Bulldogs will retain possession. The throw in. Flood on the baseline, tries to clear it towards the middle, and nobody's there. A Bulldog will unable to get to it on time as it will go out of bounds, and possession will change. The throw in by the Thunderbolts. The Bulldog is down. So the Bulldogs will set up with a shot at the goal here. Depending on what O'Keefe chooses to do. A line of defenders in front of him. Trailing 3-1. The whistle. And he goes for the goal, and it is high and away. Thunderbolt goalie will put it in play. Cranston is in no rush whatsoever now. And the kick on the ground. Flood defends, and the Bulldogs will take over. That's Jack McGovern on the defense for the Bulldogs. Thunderbolts will throw in. Correction, Bulldogs. And the crowd lightens up, ignites a little bit here as the Bulldogs are threatening for the first time in a little while to throw in. Two defenders right there, and they'll get another shot at this. Not sure what they were looking for there. Short header behind him. 4 Cranston East players in the area, and they are able to attempt to clear O'Keefe with the steal. Cranston swarms, however. Brady Smith tries to split the defenders, unable to do so. Ooh. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Hard kickoff from Don Lombard, number 15. Out of bounds it goes. Number 8 throwing in for the Bulldogs. That's Mike Ritacco. And the officials allowing a substitution. 20 minutes left in this one. The score 3-1. Cranston East is edging the Bulldogs at the moment. We'll throw in to the corner. And the Bulldogs will throw in again here. Trying to find the slightest of lanes. Headed by a Thunderbolt. Bulldogs unable to put it on goal. With possession on the far side. And it's going to go in Cranston's direction. Definitely some fatigue on the field, justifiably, 100%. Opening activity. No quit on the field, though, I will tell you that. Fatigue may set in, but they are all over the field. These Bulldogs trying to find lanes. Cranston's just not allowing much for space when it comes to the defensive end. Cranston on the Bulldog side, number 21. Smith steps in and steals across midfield, and again, there's the Thunderbolt preventing the Bulldogs from getting a run on it. Bulldog goalie scoops it up, and the free kick towards midfield, and the back header, a beauty, gets behind the defender for Cranston, and it was close, but the goalie for the Thunderbolt's able to get there first. Bulldogs are pressing here. They are in the zone. Throw quick in the area of flood, out of bounds. Bulldogs will throw in again and just step out of the way, allowing Cranston to jump in and change fields again on the Bulldogs. As they race to keep it in bounds, and he does, will Thunderbolt possession in the corner. Great dribbling. And out of bounds behind the back line. Toronto scoops it up. Toronto over to number 32 Smith, who chips it back. There is plenty of time. They just need to create a little bit of momentum here. The game's gotten a little bit stale on them. Out of bounds it goes, and Cranston's direction, I believe. And it is. Waiting for the throw-in and the far side. Good ball skills on the far side by the Thunderbolts. towards the middle. Chested. Number 8 for the Thunderbolt. Stepping in, Liam Cody all day long. And Toronto scoops it up. Lob shot from a distance. Easily handled. And he rolls it in play. And the Bulldogs try to cross halves. Again, a Cranston East player steps in. And it rolls up and out of bounds off the Bulldogs. Cranston East will throw in from the near side midfield. 16 minutes to go, 3-1. Cranston East advantage. Towards the middle, number 7, 3 goals. Nice pass. Toronto steps up. Risky proposition, but great play at that. Prevents the goal. And Cranston right back there, and a whistle blown. That is going to go against the Bulldogs. Cranston will pressure again. Cranston looks tired themselves as they have been non-stop with pressure on the Bulldogs, this young Bulldog squad. And lob towards the middle. Smith steps in, as he's done all day. And the Bulldogs trying to lead number 11 in with his head. Smith creating a little offense here for the Bulldogs. Far corner, out of bounds. Bulldogs will take possession. With a throw in from the far corner. Unable to get a foot on it prior to Cranston. And it is up and out of bounds. Bulldogs will take over, however, as that goes awry. Looking for somewhere to throw as he finally gets it in. Bulldogs forced all the way back over midfield again. And Cranston East will throw in. Number 11 will throw in for the Thunderbolts. We have two tired squads out there. Definitely putting everything they have out on the line. Cranston, the more experienced team, you can definitely see that. And the Bulldogs center from D. Over midfield, nice pass. Unfortunately, a little too much on it and out of bounds. Cranston East will take over. Bulldogs crowd hasn't quit. And quick throw in by Cranston. Number 7 handling a beautiful ball skills. And off his own pass to himself. Almost pops one in. Toronto's in the spot. Impressive shot variety. Bulldog save. Keeps the score at 3-1 and keeps this possible, which it is. Nice defense all over the field. Really both halves Cody for the Bulldogs. On the near side, Marone taking it up the side. And it stays in bounds, but will be possession. Marone to the middle. If there's any Bulldog there, it's a chip and it's a goal. And there is beautiful passing score for the Bulldogs, who are suddenly back in this thing with a score of 3-2. Marone takes it all the way up the sideline. Beautiful centering pass. Manfredi on the goal for the Bulldogs. Just like that, Bulldogs are right in this, a play away. That's the beauty of youth, they don't quit. Score 3-2 here, folks. This has been a physical, non-stop battle here. And the Bulldogs, unforced error, is going to give the ball to Cranston. An unfortunate turn of events as the clock continues to run. 10 minutes, 10 and a half to go here. Very impressed with the Bulldogs' early season showing. To have a senior-laden team come in like this, score as quickly as they did in both halves. Never quit, be a goal away. Number 7 for the Thunderbolts with possession, but the Bulldogs are able to defend. Looking up the far sidelines, Manfredi, who just scored the goal, gets taken to the ground, no whistle. Good slide tackle on the part of the Thunderbolts. Bulldogs are pressuring, they're trying to get over that midfield mark. No quit in these dogs, let me tell you. Number 18, though, he boxes out like an NBA center. Does a great job with the ball, allowing his offense to set up around him. Cranston East will throw in from the far side. Scoreboard starts to become a factor now. 1 goal game. Chips it forward. Number 8 for the Bulldogs. Gets a foot on it and goes out of bounds, unfortunately. He had a Bulldog there that he could have gotten it to. And now Cranston will threaten. Number 7 on the far side. Oh, beautiful no-look pass behind him. And the shot wide of the goal. Beautiful assist opportunity, number 7 for the Thunderbolts. Kick crosses the goal just a little bit wide. Fortunate for the Bulldogs, a 1-goal game still. Bulldogs possession here. And the clock ticking down. 3-2 here at Sal Algieri Field. Season opener for the boys' varsity Bulldogs soccer schedule. Take the field again Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. in Stonington. Non-league action. Tomorrow night we will be live men's volleyball inside the gym. And Friday night right here for some football. So the Bulldogs right in this thing. Trying to get up the near sideline. Marone fighting for it. Able to clear it further down the field a little bit. A couple of whistles blown. Let's see what the call. And the call goes in Westerly's favor. No. Yes, it does. That's about when they needed a call. So the throw in by the Bulldogs at midfield. Momentum in their favor. And there's a lot of Cranston East Thunderbolts back. A quick throw in by the Bulldogs. Out of bounds. And they'll do another. To the sideline. Marone tries to chip to the middle. O'Keefe gets a chance at it. And he chips it to the middle. To the far side. Rafferty back to O'Keefe and a whistle blown. And there's a player down for Cranston as the coach comes on the field. 7 minutes to go in this one, folks. The score, Cranston East Thunderbolts 3. Came off the bus in the first half, scored in the first 30 seconds. Came out of halftime, scored twice in the first 3 minutes. And that accounts for all of their scoring. Constant pressure on the Bulldogs and all night they have. No quit attitude by this young Bulldog squad has them within striking distance. Only one goal behind with possession on the Cranston East half of the field. Can't ask for a better season opener than this. Round of applause goes as the Cranston East player makes his way off of the field. Possession will start with Tom O'Keefe. Just waiting on the official whistle. As he is giving more than enough time for Cranston to set up. O'Keefe past the first defender, pass to the side. Bulldogs with possession, that's flooding the far side. Passes it to the corner. Out of bounds it's going to go. I do believe Bulldogs will retain possession. That is going to be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. Huge opportunity for the Westerly Bulldogs to tie this game. From the far corner, 3-2, 7 minutes to go. Up in the middle, Flood able to get a head on it, still up. That's Rafferty. 4 headers later, cleared in a shot just off the right side of the goal. Great effort by the Bulldogs. Mike Rataco, crowd alive. Bulldogs with another corner kick from our corner now. Another chance here. Trailing by only 1. And he got a lot on that one, goes to the other side. Bulldogs are able to get it down. With a scrum in the middle, almost a spot to kick. Flood on the far side fighting. Cranston East has possession at the moment. Number 18 turns, just trying to change fields, and it's a nice pass at that. Number 7 with possession. And now Cranston has changed the sides. And number 3 chips to the far corner. Rafferty steps in and will throw in quickly. And it's up the near side. And the Thunderbolts allow it to roll out of bounds. They will throw in. We are approaching the 5-minute mark. We have a 1-goal game here, folks. Bulldogs have done a great job weathering the storm here. Constant pressure all night by the Thunderbolts, who have possession. Number 3 for the Thunderbolts. 18 shifts to the far side. Just over the head of Rafferty. Beautiful touch on that pass. Trying to get it to number 4. Rafferty clears it up the far side. Off of a Cranston East player. Still in bounds in play. Number 9 turns and kicks. Westerly with a chance here as it goes out of bounds on the far side. They'll throw in. And that comes out ahead. Bulldogs have possession in their zone. And they settle back. Nice pass, give and go. Back to O'Keefe, to the far corner, off the head of a Thunderbolt, and the Bulldogs will maintain possession. Down to 4 minutes, folks. Throw in near side by Marone. Correction by Rataco. And possibly a little too much contact there. No Joe Flood taken to the ground. The whistle is blown. And it's going to go in the favor of the Thunderbolts. That's an unfortunate break for the Bulldogs, it looks like. No whistle on the contact. And the ball made its way out. Cranston East now with possession. 3.5 to go. With the free kick. A low liner. Fight at midfield, and number 2, Liam Cody, goes down. Right back up he goes. Wants to start. Waiting for the official starts now. O'Keefe with possession. Official stop play. Bulldogs aren't happy about it. Know that the time is running. And the Bulldogs set up. Chip to the far side. And O'Keefe could save the... Oh, and he gets flagged for the takedown. And that's a yellow card on O'Keefe. Frustration setting in on the field as the crowd likes it. I'm not so sure it benefited the Bulldogs as Cranston will take over. We have just over 2 to go. Crowd's alive. More than enough time. Sometimes you need one of those maybe to spark the team. That's not always a sign of giving up. That could be the last try to fuse this thing. Spark. Get one more in there. I do believe we are in extra time. And Bulldogs clear it. They're going to have to get to the other side soon. Cranston East just looking to maintain possession, I would think. And that's going to trickle out of bounds, I believe, off the Bulldogs. Well, they have possession. Number 3 clears it. Keeps it on their side of the field. Number 18 boxing out. He's done a great job today for the Thunderbolts. Bulldogs trail by 1. We are in added time right now. When the whistle blows, the game is over. The Bulldogs currently trail by 1. Very impressive performance by the Bulldogs in their first game back for this young, resilient, physical squad. And the kick. Midfield steps in, is a Thunderbolt. And that has been the story of the day. And it's out of bounds on the far side. The throw in. Whistles on the field. I don't think everybody was set for that throw in. Regardless, we are down to crunch time, literally. Seconds remaining, and the Bulldogs need to pull off something to get over the head of the Thunderbolts defenders here. Thunderbolts perfectly happy just passing it around the Bulldogs' end. Toronto will kick. Far sideline. Nice pass. This is where they wanted to get it to. That was their chance. They have a shot here. If they can get over the defender. Somebody can get there and they can't before it goes out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Thunderbolts. Gotta tell you, it's very frustrating not having access to the extra minutes. Throw in by Cranston, no open areas. And steps up as he's done all day. Lombard for the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, it falls out of bounds. And number 7 with a quick throw in, trying to catch the Bulldogs off guard. Very physical. And down with a beautiful slide tackle And the whistle goes against Cody. They've been letting that go on the Thunderbolts end all day. Whistle blows, corner kick by Cranston. A little too far over the goal. This could be the Bulldogs' last shot here to get it down the field. They quickly attempt to. A kick goes over midfield. Safety valve on the Cranston defense handles it. It's up high. Harmlessly coming out of bounds on the near side. Bulldogs will hold possession, a quick throw in. No one but Cranston players there. Number 32 gets a foot on it for the Bulldogs. That's Rafferty on the far side, trying to center it. And that's going to do it, folks. That was non-stop action, literally. Cranston East off the bus scores in the first 30 seconds. Great sportsmanship, I must interrupt with number 7, scores all 3 goals for Cranston. Congratulating all the Bulldogs players as the Thunderbolts step off the bus, score 30 seconds in. Out of halftime, they scored twice within 3 minutes. Proves to be just a little too much for this young Bulldog squad. This is a no-quit Bulldog squad. Played a very physical game. They have speed, they have youth, and they have a lot to look forward to this season. They will be back in action again on the road versus rival Stonington, 7:30 p.m. Saturday night. As for us, Westerly.Live, we will be back here in the gym tomorrow for some varsity men's volleyball action, and then right back here, Sal Algieri Field, Friday night for the season opener from varsity football. This is Westerly.Live, and signing off.